Well, hello, and welcome back. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy, and today we're on week 2 of the March Journal Monthly making. Oh, excuse me. So when I was with you last time, we made the bases of our mini lap book, and we glued, sorry, that needed poked in the eye, didn't it? We glued napkin, this lovely poppy napkin, to this dust cloth, builder's cloth that I showed you. And you can hear it's beautiful and robust now. It's much stronger than either of the two would have been on their own. If I'm honest, it's a little bit glossier than I would have liked. But hey ho, it's, you know, it's on there now, and that's that. So let's get it stuck down. So open it all the way out. I have decided now that I am not going to turn it because it's a bit too stiff. So I'm going to line it right to that edge, and then I'll just trim all around it. So let's get gluing. Now, I did have a question from one of my subbies the other day about, am I now using Fabri-Tac for everything? No, this clear glue that you see in this bottle is, let me see if I can find, there you go, the big one, is Elmer's 83% natural ingredient school glue. That's what it is. And I got this in B&M, if you're in the UK. No, I didn't. I'm lying. I got it in Home Bargains. I got it in the other one. It's really funny because I've got a B&M where I live, and where my daughter lives, which is only 10 minutes down the road, they've got a Home Bargains. And I'm forever saying one or other name, and she's always saying, is that my one or your one? Because 9 times out of 10, if I mean Home Bargains, I say B&M, and vice versa. Because, well, I'm pretty rubbish. And I figure, in the overall scheme of things, it's not that important. I've got enough to think about that is important. So I'm just going to glue all of this down. I'm not worrying too much about the glue because I am going to stitch it, but I want to keep it in place while I'm getting ready to sew it. And also, of course, I'm not going to sew it all over. I'm only going to sew around the edges. So I do want some glue in the middle. And as you can see, I'm just going basically section by section. I find it's the easiest way. Oh, I've lost me dangly bit. Okay, now you can see the brown paper there. I've dug out some brown packaging paper, and that is what I'm going to use on my middle. And if you haven't found them yet, as I promised last week, the papers are on my Ko-fi site, although I've got to be honest and say I couldn't find this one. So that one is not there, but I'm sure you've got photographs that you could use, and I'm sure that I've put photographs up before, so you could definitely, you know, use an old one that's there. They are freebies to go along with this monthly journal making, so there's no fee. Just take yourself over there, grab them and print them. Okay, so that's that side done. And now I'm going to stick down my brown paper. Now I'm going to need to tear this. Is half going to be enough? Oh, that's going to be annoying, because I have got more, but it's just buried under my desk. So I'll put you on pause while I get on my hands and knees and get it. Okay. I'm too old to be diving underneath my desk every 5 minutes. So I'm just going to go along now, put the brown paper on as well. Whoops. Again, obviously I will be gluing. Not gluing, this is gluing, Claire. Goodness me, woman. I will be sewing, and I'll sew it all in one hit, all the way around. So, right, let's put the first one on. Line it right up. Right, so, now where did I glue up to? There. I am going to overlap that bit. It'll just make that spine a little bit stronger. Okay, so I'm just going to overlap it there. So, what have you all been up to? I'm filming ahead as always, so it's actually Thursday, and I've just got back with the food shop. One of Boo's most favourite times of the week. She loves to delve through the bags and see what Mummy's bought. Okay, there we go. So that's now all glued down, roughly glued because I'm going to stitch, but it is glued. I'm just now going to trim it all up. So we go this side, and I'm just going to trim up to the card. And it is quite big, I know, so some of it is going off screen. I'm sorry about that. Right, so that's that strip. And then if we come here, where is it? There. So I could really have done this with a blade and Stanley, but might have been easier, although it would have meant sliding the ruler backwards and forwards, so maybe not. Okay, that's all of our excess off. Let's move all that to one side, and then there's just a little tiny bit down this front edge. There we go. Okay, so this one comes in, this one comes in, and then it comes around like that. And I don't know about you, but I think that is a beautiful journal cover. I'm going to make this the front because that glue's failing there. That's all right. I'm going to make this the front because there's a little bit of damage to that napkin, and I'm going to put a centrepiece on. So, whereas that one looks more complete. So there you go. There is our cover. Obviously, as I say, it's only roughly glued. So we'll stand that up there. Now I want to look at, do you remember I said to you I'm going to put a pocket here to put stuff in. Actually, that, I've cut that a bit short, haven't I? Or is that just where it's now bent round? Yeah, look. Right, that's better. We'll leave it lying flat so that it can dry properly. Okay, sorry, I said to you that I was going to put a pocket on one side. So I think what I'm going to do for my pocket is I'm going to use some of this collage sheets. Now, let's get a measurement. Where is Stanley? Here's Stanley. So this is 6 inches tall. So we don't want anything higher than 6 inches. So if I measure it to 6 inches, it's basically on that advert. So then we go 5.5 to give us room, and I find a point. So it's on that line there. So we'll line it up there. I mean, obviously you may have chosen to do it a different way, in which case your pocket may need to be taller. I'm then going to come, now how wide is it? So it's 6 inches, it should be about 4. Yeah. So we want this to be and fold at 3 inches, and then just over flat like that. You've seen me make these little bag pockets before. Tear that off like that. I'm going to put glue on the edge of this. I'm going to put glue on the edge of this. Whoops. Stick the two together. Okay. I'm going to take my pinking shears and give myself that paper bag top look. That's nice, yeah? That's my really wide ones. And then on the bottom, I feel like, do we want to see April the 4th? I'm just trying this, and it's got a bit of blue. We'll go that way. I'm going to turn the bottom up. Again, you've seen me do this many times. Give it a little snip and a little snip. You can then open it up, separate them and trim that one off so you've got less bulk, if it bothered you. If it doesn't, just glue the two up together. A little bit of glue down there. Like that. So, where's my dodgy front? This is my dodgy front. So this one is going to go on here, and that's going to be my pocket to put stuff in. Don't mind if there's stuff poking out the top. That's fine by me. And because this is within the page, it doesn't matter if I put it on before I stitch it. Okay. So I put that there like that, so that when it opens, there's my first pocket. Okay. And on this side, I said I was going to do a strip for a notebook. Do you remember? Little notepad. So the piece that I've got left, if we do it like we did the belly band, in that we fold it in 3. That's then going to be a lot thicker and more substantial for our notebook. So I'm going to glue right across the top, down this side, right across the bottom. Make sure, yep, that is the side that I want going in. And then glue obviously that side also. There we go. That's now a lot tougher. And now we know we need it 4 inches, or a maximum of 4 inches, but we also want a fold, so that's great. So I'm just going to trim that off. So this is a bit more, we want it at 5 inches. There you go, that's at 5 inches. So if I now fold about 1/2 inch there, and I fold about 1/2 inch there, that now comes out at just under 4 inches, look, just over 3.5. So if we bring our journal base back, this is going to glue, where's my fold line? This is going to glue fold there, so this is going to glue about there, and then even when there's nothing on it, it's something interesting to look at. So we're going to glue this fold back tab and this fold back tab, and we are going to pop that down straight as we can. Oops, don't do that. Oops, 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 don't do that, Claire. Right, that was a bit silly, wasn't it? Okay, so we have got our base covered. We've covered it inside. We've got our pocket for our bits and pieces there, and we've got our notepad holder there. That needs to dry. That needs to dry. This needs to be stitched, but this side here and this side here are going to be blank, because, well, you see them as blank because your journals are going to flip from there. So we could decorate all of this up. So that's when you decide, do you want to do some more collage on here? Do you want to cut this collage sheet apart and do your own collage? Do you want to put down some photographs? Do you want to use some of the faded napkin because it matches the other side? Something you need to decide how you decorate that inside. Okay, so there's week 2. You can now see it as it's going to look. Yep, and once it's stitched it'll all sit better in place, because obviously I shouldn't really have folded it while the glue was wet, but that's okay. It's a soft cover and I love it. So next week when I come back, I will have decorated my inside. We will look at putting the journal pieces in, stitching them in and decorating the cover. We may even look at the closure. Okay, so as always, thank you for coming along, spending time with me today. I hope you're enjoying the process. Stay safe. I'll see you very soon. Ta-ta for now.